Courts have determined that the school board is an independent agency of our local government. Our governor has now asserted a dramatic role in public education. As mayor, what would you see as your role in the education of children in this community?
My role as mayor would be to make sure that every child have the opportunity that they need to continue their education. I would like to see paraprofessionals more in each classrooms, maybe once a month, to oversee, just in case a child may be suffering from dyslexia. That could be a reason why they're not learning. So it could be many reasons why a child have not succeeded as well as they should. So if I was mayor, I would just make sure that our children have the necessity, the needed tools that they need. Make sure the teachers, for one, are taken care of. Our teachers are victims. We hired them to educate our children, but we give them little resources and expect for them to come out of their own pockets for our children. That's not fair. So I would diverse a lot of money back to the teachers.
If you're from Jacksonville, you know that the mayor's office is really a platform to push a credible school program, and he doesn't really have, or she doesn't have, the actual authority to implement school board policy. But I know from living here 50 years, the mayor's program usually is the way that the board goes, or at least there's clear ear of the board to the mayor's voice. So I've designed and been put in my heart to create what I'm calling the Lifting Heads program of the Duval County Public School Program. Lifting the heads of our elementary students to know they were created with a purpose, lifting the heads of our middle schoolers to know they were created for a purpose, and lifting the heads of our senior highs by providing them the best high schools in the nation so they go out in this 21st century equipped in a purpose.
Ms. Gibson? And just so everyone knows, if I hadn't said earlier, it's 60 seconds, not 90 for this, and I apologize, but we'll get there.
I have the trick mic. Okay, so I'm good now.
I'm sorry.
In terms of education, the mayor certainly is a part of the voice of what should happen with education, even though the school board is the policy maker and the determining of the advancement of that policy. The unfortunate circumstances, I believe that there has been some negative impact in our schools in Jacksonville as well as across the state with book banning and not being able to teach history, just to talk about what people overcame, but not what they overcame. And so the good news is I've visited at least 3 schools a year, every year since I've been in the legislature, teaching kids about representative government. Was that the bell?
No, it's not the end. You have another 15 seconds.
Teaching young people about representative government, making them honorary senators and House members for the day, and generally we vote on what's going to be on the lunch menu for them, and it's very interesting to watch. Certainly teacher pay is an issue that the mayor can advocate for in Tallahassee, and the good news is I still have many friends in Tallahassee and have worked across the aisle my entire career so that I could do the best and bring home dollars for our community. And so I'm happy to lift my voice in that realm, which I've always done anyway, and I believe the mayor should be a leader on that and do those school visits that I've always done to impress upon our young people their need to value citizenship and what's possible. Because I've taken some kids to a Boeing trip. Yes, is that what?
Thank you. Mr. Ferrera.
Thank you. Policies make the difference in everything, whether it's city government or whether it's schools. Part of the problem that's happening with our schools is we don't have the things that we were brought up with, things that our kids are going to be needing to be able to figure out a checkbook, to figure out the things in life that are important. It's not just high technical things, and we've gone away from that. We should be doing more of the things that we did traditional teaching. And as a mayor, you can't enforce that because of the separate governments of consolidated city, but you can certainly get on the platform and you can certainly get up and talk about the things that you feel are right or wrong. The mayor has a pulpit of talking about things of parents' rights. It can get up there and take positions on different things that are coming up in the school. So traditional teachings are things that I would be supporting, and I would like to get back to some of the basics of what we had when we were growing up. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Deegan?
Well, I think the biggest thing that you can do from the mayor's office for our public schools is to support our duly elected school board. I don't think we see too much of that right now, and I would like to see our mayor's office support what our school superintendent is trying to do with our schools, and frankly, I think she's done a fantastic job, given everything that she's had as challenges over the past several years. Also, as mayor, I will say that I think that my platform, regardless of the issue that we're talking about, whether it's education or crime, will help to move us forward. We need to continue to fund the Kids Hope Alliance so that we have an opportunity for wraparound services and for after-school programs for our kids. But my platform of good infrastructure, good health, and a good economy is the way to make sure that our kids go to school ready to learn. Right now, so many times, they don't have a roof over their head, or they don't have the food that they need, or their parents don't have the opportunity that will make them prepared to go to school and learn. And I think as a mayor, my job is to create that opportunity.
Thank you. Ms. Cumber?
Thank you. So I was a 3rd grade and 5th grade teacher, and I'm a mom of a 9 and 11-year-old. Our school system's failing our kids. Our reading scores have gone from 60 to 47% in 6 years. Everyone in the city should be screaming about it, from the mayor, from Daniel Davis, the CEO of the chamber, who's trying to bring businesses in. How do you bring businesses in when our reading scores are at 47%? How do we reduce crime when our reading scores are at 47%? If it's not the mayor's problem to fix the schools, I don't want to hear that as a parent. I don't want to be sending my kids to school and be told as a parent that the mayor of the city, of the 12th largest city in the country, has no control over how my kids are learning and have no control to make sure that my kids are learning how to read. These are the things that we need to focus on, and we need to get back to basics and get these literacy rates up in this city.
Thank you. Ms. Allen?
I am a former educator in Duval County Public Schools, but I understand that the education of our children is not actually a mayoral responsibility. However, my promise is to work very closely with the school board and the superintendent, lending any expertise that I have, making sure that we support them financially when applicable, to assure that Jacksonville and Duval County school system is attractive to top quality educators, and making sure that our children are well nourished during the school day, because in some instances, our children only receive nourishment when they are at school.